The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Devin White, the Bucs' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Let's go.
Tannehill on third down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. He'll find Jones again. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. And that is incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Here's Tannehill. He's got the tight end fork, so right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Brady going to throw here. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back over here. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Back to throw, Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Brady to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Brady going to look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Anthony Frisker, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.